the greatest gift I ever gave the world. And that is removing my fear of my own darkness. For so many years, all I ever did was be afraid of my own pain and darkness and use that as a filter with which to see the world and then myself. And what I did was create suffering nonstop because I was avoiding accepting a very integral part of me. And I always felt I had to run away from it. I always felt I had to deny it and suppress it and avoid it. And all I ever did was deprive the world of healing. And I've come to see that it's not the next client that you heal. It's not the next person you're there for. It's not the father I'm becoming, because all that is a result of our inability or ability to be with that part of us that we hate the most, that we don't like the most, that we avoid the most, that we're running away from. And as long as that's there, and this is very, very personal, as long as we are not embracing the darkness and seeing it as the most beautiful place to grow and find peace, we're always going to be shortchanging ourselves and the world. I've seen from my own evolution that there's no greater gift we can give anyone we love, any suffering in the world. There's no greater gift than being with your own darkness and removing the filters that has created, removing all those dark filters that we use to see the world. Because we'll either avoid it and pretend everything is rosy, or we'll use it as our main lens and see everything as dark and gloomy and suffering and pain. And there's no gift in that, no gift. And everything changes the minute you decide, I will not be afraid of my darkness, but I will also not continue to see the world through that lens either. And I saw it this week. I led an induction training, and at the end of the acknowledgement circle we did, I got asked the question of what is my deepest fear? And I shared mine very vulnerably, which I've done numerous times. And I got feedback in the week from one of the men in the group. We actually asked the question, and he sent me an email describing the impact it had on him. And for a brief second, my darkness didn't want me to see the light. And I stopped it in that moment, which is where the conscious awareness comes in. I absorbed it. I absorbed it for the first time in my life. I'm starting to absorb that there is goodness and not just this darkness I believed was my entitlement, because it isn't for none of us. No suffering, no pain, no childhood conditioning, nothing that's ever happened to us has to be the lens with which we see the world. It can be the catalyst for beauty and change in yourself and vis-a-vis the world. It's amazing. It's such an amazing awareness and change and shift. It's so peaceful, so liberating. Not to say I'm not without my challenges, believe me not. I have so much more to do. But there's hope that suffering isn't permanent, that our childhood conditioning isn't permanent. There's hope. You can use all that to propel you to different dimensions within you. And it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. I hope this lands somewhere for you. And please, if you find some benefit in this, please share my work, please share my message. I'm looking to grow my message and to bring more love and empowerment to anyone and everyone. Suffering isn't permanent. I love you and thanks for listening.